Welcome back to another episode of Scaling Scalemate. Pretty quick one this time, I think. Only a few things to cover. So positives wise, I spoke about it last week. We renewed a contract with coworker.ai. Case study will also be out this week. It's already on the website. I'm doing a video breakdown of exactly what we went through the last 3 months with the results and everything. So very excited. Quick highlight. The results were 26 meetings, ICP fit meetings booked, 19 were held, 10 converted to a demo and 4 converted to a POC in 3 months. So very, very, very solid results. Some of those will be closing for sure. I think maybe 2 or 3. So exciting business, exciting time. It's the world of AI. They're a switched on company. The founder's intelligent. The team's great. So super excited about that. We had CrediLink, which again, we also have a case study with. They came back, they're doing more expansion, they raised their Series A. That contract is signed as well. So yeah, pretty solid month, pretty good month. The negatives, there's always negatives. And this 2 weeks was a little bit filled with some negatives as well. So I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here. So buckle up. 2 roles that are very hard to hire for. One is replies handling. So we do a lot of LinkedIn stuff. And the team is very good at list building, very good at targeting. That's kind of the difference with us and other agencies is they don't spend enough time on ICP and cleaning lists and making sure it's a good list and just booking bullshit meetings on people's calendars, right? So when a reply comes in, it's been a mixture of people who have handled that over the years. I want to now hire someone dedicated to just replies handling, right? So they just sit there and a lead comes in and they are just paid to reply, right? Now, here's the challenge. There's always noise within a list. You're never going to get rid of 100% of the noise because guess what? Best example is someone works at Meta, I don't know, whatever, right? And they've been let go recently or they've gone into a consultant role and they haven't updated their LinkedIn. So they don't have a Meta email anymore, but everything shows me that they work at Meta and they're the right person. But then they book with a Gmail account or whatever it is, right? And they don't actually work there. So technically they're outside of ICP. We just can't know that. Now, replies handlers don't just have to reply. They have to reply to the right people. So they have to understand the fundamentals of an ICP. That's the tough part. Because typically you don't want someone worth $100,000 and you're paying them $100,000 replying to LinkedIn messages. That is a relatively low value, should be able to be done by a more junior person activity, right? So we tried to hire that for that role. I wanted to use a virtual employee, so VA out of India. I have a few trusted partners in that space. My assistant came from one of them. So I have a trusted company that I use. Very tough to hire for. So we went through one process with one candidate and it basically just added a lot more stress than what I needed and what my team needed. So, one of the harsh realities of business is when you know something isn't working, you just have to kill it. So we had to fire that person. We have rehired. They actually start on Monday. Few things to note about working with a VA is like you have to be super prescriptive in what you tell them to do. Prescriptive meaning don't just tell them, document it and make that documentation fucking detailed, which we do. This is a little bit more of a complicated process than I actually thought of. I thought it was relatively simple, and when you sit down and you're across from this person and you're watching them go through the process of replying, it's actually not as simple as you think. So a whole bunch of learnings there. Like that role is super important because I want responses within 5 minutes, right? And right now, at least from what I've seen, the AI SDR space, the replies space, it's not good enough. So I don't trust a bot to do it yet. And it is high value. Like this person, we've spent a lot of time to get them to respond. They're interested, or they might need a couple bits back and forth, whatever. Like it is worth it. So we have someone who I vetted a lot more during the hiring process to handle that. So let's see. All right, this is the rant one. I don't want to sound like an old man, but this generation just doesn't want to work. No, I'm kind of joking, but also not. So like we hired a cold caller. We've hired a few cold callers actually. And one of them quit on their first day because of mental health. Now, that could be a bullshit excuse, fine, but he interviewed well. He interviewed very well, actually. I was impressed. So, seemed driven, played sports, in shape, all the flag, like green flags of what will be a good salesperson. Motivated, talked well, presentable, all that sort of stuff. And then, cold calling's not fun, but like, you're not gonna land in a job that you absolutely love for your first fucking job. It's just not how it works. You're about to be paid what is the top 1% of the globe, which is way lower than everyone thinks. It's $32,000 US, right? You're about to be paid a bit more than that. And you quit on your first day without even trying for 8 hours because you can't be locked in a room for 8 hours a day and it's not for you and blah, blah, blah. Like, that is bullshit. Like, you have air conditioning, you have food in the fridge, you have DoorDash available. Sorry, try go working on an oil rig in fucking Venezuela or something, I don't know, wherever oil rigs are popular. Yeah, the complaining, the lack of drive to even give it a day is just surprising to me. Like, that's how I started. That's how most salespeople start. Just cold calling, grinding your teeth. Like, fair enough if you don't love it, but give it more than a day. Like, the next day you could have got a meeting booked, get the adrenaline rush, and boom, now you love sales, right? You don't know. So, yeah, I don't have time for that. So yeah, cold calling's not an easy job. It's not fun. You're not going to land your dream job in your first job. Like, get that out of your head, all this passion bullshit. 5% of the population might have passion, fine. I agree that some people are born to be comedians and some people are born to be performers and dancers and whatever it is. But 95% of the population doesn't have that, including me. I didn't have that. I believe you get passion where you do something for an extended period of time, you become good at it, you become an expert, you become an authoritative figure in the industry, and magically it's your passion now. It's called hard work. So yeah, that role is notoriously difficult to hire for. I don't like hiring for it, but it is a very important role because it does deliver results. So we will continue to perfect that for sure, but that's rant over. There you go. See you next time.